What's going on, money lovers? Welcome back. I'm sure you've already heard the news, seen this tweet here that has caused Tesla stock to tank the last couple days. I'll leave it here for you to read if you haven't already, but I'm going to talk about today why this is irrelevant, it's not important, and why long-term nothing changes with Tesla. This is going to be the biggest company in the world, and today I'm going to show you why. So Elon decided to sell 10% of his Tesla stock in response to all these attacks from the government, blaming billionaires for all the world problems, wanting to tax them into oblivion. I think the government should tax billionaires into oblivion and then come after the rest of us after they're done wasting their money, because, the governments know what's best for our money. Maybe they could get us involved in another 20-year war, or maybe even better, they could keep giving freebies to their buddies over at the United Auto Workers, one of the most corrupt institutions we have. And the irony, real quick before we get to the Tesla news, Biden overstates UAW support of electric cars. So after Biden's giving, all these extra special rebates to union-made vehicles, the unions aren't even on the same page as Biden. While the UAW has expressed general support for more EV sales, it has repeatedly declined to back goals urged by Biden as part of his ambitious plan to combat climate change, including the 40 to 50% target agreed to by the largest automakers. So that's good. We gave a little kickback to union-made vehicles, get an extra $6,000 rebate to encourage people to buy them, and the unions don't even care about the environment. UAW, in fact, get a load of this, has voiced concerns about being too hasty with an EV transition because of the potential impact on industry jobs. Since EVs will have 30 to 40% fewer parts and are simpler to build, fewer workers will be needed to assemble them. You can't make this stuff up. They got special treatment from this guy right here, and they could care less about electric vehicles. Let's get to what matters though, Tesla. So I think what we're looking at right now, and we're going to look at Tesla's impact report in a second here, I think this is Tesla's iPhone moment. And as you can see, Apple, who created the first smartphone here, currently has around a little over 50% of US market share. So even though a lot of other companies copied Apple and they started making their own smartphones, for some reason, they just were never able to achieve the same amount of sales or popularity, at least here in the US. So let me explain to you why this is relevant. So let's look at the Tesla's 2020 impact report. So obviously, Tesla's purpose to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy, which I think they've been doing a very good job of. I don't think anyone would really be making electric vehicles if it weren't for Tesla. By 2030, we are aiming to sell 20 million electric vehicles per year. That's compared with, they're on track to do around 1 million right now in 2021. 20 million vehicles per year. All right, so Apple has 50% of the smartphone sales in the US, and it's a little bit less globally. But if we look at global car sales here, number of cars sold in 2021 was around 70 million. If in 2030, Tesla sells 20 million vehicles, that's roughly a little bit more than 30% of the market. So Tesla selling 20 million vehicles would only be 30% of the auto market. So why should we be excited for Tesla stock, and why this is only the beginning, and this is going to be the largest company in the world in a decade, I'm convinced. So Tesla plans to sell 20 million EVs in 2030. That would be a roughly 20 times increase from 2021 sales, which as you said is around 1 million. In addition, they plan to deploy 1,500 gigawatts of energy storage per year compared to the 3 gigawatts of energy storage they did in 2020. Tesla has successfully designed and is now manufacturing a complete energy and transportation ecosystem between these two things. As you can see in the chart here, Tesla is going to be your one-stop shop. Tesla solar, energy storage, Tesla batteries, Tesla vehicles, full self-driving. Tesla's doing it all. These are the industries of the future. These are going to be some of the biggest industries. And while the competition is just trying to make vehicles that are on parity with Tesla for cost, performance, and range, they're not going to be able to do all this other stuff overnight, which gives Tesla a huge advantage, okay? Tesla's going to be the leader in both energy and vehicle production. Not to mention Tesla's global supercharger network of over 25,000 superchargers. As you can see here on this map of North America, this is not something that can be done overnight. It took Tesla quite a long time to build this out, and while they're going to allow other vehicles to use these chargers, they're going to charge them. So this is another revenue stream for Tesla that they will make money off of all the other electric vehicles that are using their charging network. So we know Tesla vehicles are known to have the highest energy efficiency, but Tesla's also working on making their factories more efficient, using less energy, using less water. So all around, this is going to be the most efficient company, while the competition struggles to even transition from gas cars to electric cars. Tesla robotaxis will be even more energy efficient. I think the full self-driving is very close, and it's incredible. You can look at the videos or go drive a Tesla for yourself and see how incredible it is. Other advantages Tesla will have. They're making their factories more sustainable, as I said. They're going to use less energy, but they're also more efficient. As you can see the difference here from their original factory factory to the factory in Shanghai, just the layout, these are the little advantages that will keep them way ahead of the competition. Tesla's years ahead right now, and they are continuously improving all aspects of the production, of the vehicle itself. The competition can never hope to catch up. Another key point I want to highlight here, transitioning to in-house manufactured 4680 Tesla cells, whose production process can reduce energy consumption by 70%. This was something announced at Tesla's 2020 Battery Day, which many people were not impressed by, but being able to reduce energy consumption by 70% is a huge deal. And again, more efficiencies that keeps Tesla way ahead of the competition. People often ask, what are some battery production or battery recycling companies that I can invest in? Tesla. They're just doing it all. Tesla solar panels have generated multiple times the electricity consumed by our factories. And I think more and more people, it's just going to make sense economically to get a Tesla solar roof installed instead of a new roof, because it'll pay for itself in around 12 years right now. And as the price comes down, that'll only get better. And you can be fully self-sustainable, save money on your utilities, have a roof that'll last longer, and produce power for you. Add to that, Tesla makes the safest vehicles ever made, over 25-star ratings on their vehicles. Tesla is the #1 most attractive company for engineering students, and that's a massive advantage. Where do all the young, aspiring engineers want to work? Tesla or SpaceX? So this is another way Tesla's going to stay ahead of the competition, by attracting the best of the best talent that will continue to innovate. So while Elon Musk continues to do the unthinkable, the guy literally sends people to space, he revolutionized the car industry and creating a sustainable future, all while living in a 500 square foot bungalow. The guy doesn't own any mansions, any yachts, none of that stuff, but the government would still rather take all his money away so that they could fund, bird migrations or something. So while Tesla continues to innovate, they're years ahead of the competition, and they're not going to wait for them to catch up. This is my largest holding, my highest conviction play. Tesla's going to be the biggest company in the world in the next decade. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop me a comment below if you have any questions. This is Vinny from the Investment Club, and I'll see you next time.